Welcome to part 5 of the 5-part Unfreeze Yourself series. This is a series for perfectionists who are building businesses, and everything we've been talking about together in this series is to have you go from being stuck, spinning your wheels, procrastinating, to being someone who can do the things they need to do to build a full-time business. So you've listened to the first 4 parts, and what you now understand is that the reason you haven't been able to do the things you know you need to do is because you haven't been building your business in a way that works for your perfectionist brain. Because of that, you are in a perfectionist freeze. The signs of this is that you don't know what to focus on, you don't stick to your plans, you keep burning yourself out, you're not doing the things you know you need to do to build your business. So I'm going to share with you the 5-step Perfectionists Getting Shit Done process, aka the PGSD process, so you know the exact steps to take to be able to go from where you are now to having a full-time business. Whether that's going to be something you achieve in the next year, or whether you're earlier on and it's going to take you a few years to get to being full-time, this is the path to get there. So step 1 is you need to get unstuck. There are very specific ways that perfectionist brains get stuck when it comes to building a business. So you want to understand why you're getting stuck. You want to be able to notice when you're getting stuck and then be able to get yourself unstuck. If you are stuck, then nothing else is going to matter. Step 2 is to create your full-time business plan. Your perfectionist brain, it needs clarity and it needs direction. Otherwise, you're not going to know what to focus on. You're going to feel so overwhelmed, so behind, and so frustrated. Without a plan like this, everything feels important, everything feels urgent, and you are going to be constantly spinning your wheels, jumping around from task to task, trying to get everything done, which means you're actually going to be getting nothing done. Step 3 is to create realistic weekly plans that you can actually follow through on, because your perfectionist brain needs structure. That's what helps you stay out of overwhelm and actually do the things that you know you need to do to build your business. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a plan you can actually follow, even when interruptions come up, even when you're low energy or have low motivation. You need a plan that actually supports you to take the action you need to take to build your business. Step 4 is to follow through with your plans without burning out, because your perfectionist brain is always going to bring up resistance when it comes to taking action, completing tasks. That's something that brings up a lot of perfectionist fear. So instead of trying to pretend that resistance isn't going to be there, we want to actually have a way of following through with our plans even when it is there. So your perfectionist brain needs a way to take action even when it's hard. You need a repeatable process and tools that work for your perfectionist brain that help you in the moment actually be able to follow through. And then step 5 is you need to rest without falling behind, because your perfectionist brain is always going to find more work to do. You need a way to switch off without feeling guilty and without feeling behind. So to bring it all together, a fulfilling full-time business requires that you have clarity, so you know what to focus on, structure, so you know what to do each week, and follow through, so you actually do it. And when you have those 3 things, you're going to stop overthinking, you're going to stop procrastinating, and you're going to stop getting in your own way. And that means you'll be able to actually start building momentum to having a full-time business and be able to have a business that actually pays you full-time. Instead of it being a hobby business with a hope of one day, someday, maybe I'll be able to have a full-time business, you will actually be on track to have a full-time business. So this is exactly what I teach inside Perfectionists Getting Shit Done, also known as PGSD. Inside PGSD, you're going to learn business strategy in a way that works for your perfectionist brain. You're going to learn weekly planning in a way that works for your perfectionist brain. And you're going to learn follow through in a way that works for your perfectionist brain. You're also going to get weekly group coaching, unlimited personal support, a community of perfectionist entrepreneurs, and this is the last enrollment that you're going to be able to get this. You are going to get lifetime access to the program. So if you've listened to this series and you thought, oh my God, this is me, then I want to invite you inside Perfectionists Getting Shit Done. You want to be inside. PGSD is where you go from being stuck to actually getting unstuck with the tools, the support, the strategy, everything you could need as a perfectionist who's building a business to build a full-time business. We can't do things like the non-perfectionists. It doesn't work. It makes us overthink. It makes us procrastinate. It makes us really struggle to make decisions. But when you're working in a way that works with your perfectionist brain instead of against it, and you have a much deeper understanding of your perfectionist brain and what it looks like to work in a way that's really supportive of how you think, you will be able to get unstuck and build a full-time business. The doors to Perfectionists Getting Shit Done are now open, but they're only going to be open for 1 week. And this is the last time to get lifetime access. So go to samlaurabrown.com/PGSD to sign up today.